Hello everybody, this is Kpizza back with another tutorial with PML, and today we're going to take a look at one of my tracks called Good Morning. I'll quickly play the track. Here's what it sounds like. Alright, so we're going to go through all of the elements. It will be like a track overview, and we'll focus on various future bass making techniques. And let's take a look at the synth, because it's the most interesting part of this drop, I think. Here's what it sounds like. It consists of 3 Serum devices, and the first one, I'll quickly show it to you. So, it's made out of 2 wavetables. The first is J&O, I guess, that's what it's called. It's from Analog, J&O, and the second one is just a basic saw wave. The first one has 6 voices, and they are detuned a bit, and the second wavetable is also a little bit detuned. And yeah, I threw a quick envelope in there so that the volume is automated, so that it goes from quieter to louder. Alright, and on top of this, let me quickly turn off this filter. So without this filter it will sound like this. And then I turned on a low pass filter, MG Low 12, and both of these wavetables are going through the filter by clicking both of these buttons, and then I put an LFO on the cutoff of the filter, just the first basic shape, and I set the rate of the LFO1 to 1/16 T. That means it's with the triple settings on. So it's playing in triplets, 1 2 3 1 2 3 instead of 1 2 3 and 4. Alright, so this sound has also a high pass filter, and I'm cutting off the frequencies above 270 Hz. And the next track is also a Serum device, but I use some kind of a custom wavetable, which sounds like this. You can find many of similar ones in the Volvo kind of wavetable section. And it's also detuned. It's got 6 voices, same filters, same envelopes, everything same. And I'm cutting off the lower frequencies, everything, leaving everything up from 625. And the third element is another Serum device, which is just a noise oscillator. AC Hum 1, same envelope, same filter. All the things together make kind of a future bassy sound. And the chord is a basic 4-chord progression. I won't get deeper into this, but if you want to learn how to make chords and everything nice, then check out our Harmony in Chords course. The link will be in the description as well. Okay, so we'll leave the second synth part for now, and let's focus on the drums now. Here are what the drums sound like. So these are basic future bass drums, and then I've got some hi-hats in there. Some like trappy hi-hat rolls, so I used some really basic samples like a simple kick every next bar, nothing fancy, just some bass notes. The kick doesn't even have any EQing on it, but the 808 bass needed to be fattened a little bit, needed some more aggression, so I threw an overdrive effect on it, and then a low pass filter, and then this is sidechained to the kick. So I turn on the effect, I'm sidechaining the 808 bass to the kick, so that when the kick hits, the 808 bass goes quieter, alright? So next thing, the snare. This is like, these are two sounds layered. So the first thing is this sound, and the second thing is this kind of clap sound, which makes this sound together. Next thing, I just threw some arpeggiator hi-hats in there. So this is an arpeggiator effect. I'm automating the rate manually with the automation lines, and then I'm throwing in an EQ8, which I'm cutting off the low end. The utility doesn't change anything, and then I'm sidechaining it to the kick. So when the kick hits, the arpeggiator kind of hi-hats go quieter. Just a little bit to give the kick more space. And then I added some toms in there, so 2 toms placed like this, humanize just a bit, give it some more human feel to it. They are a little bit off the grid. And yeah, these are 2 samples, and I'm using fades by pressing Alt Command F to automate the volumes a little bit. And these are 2 sounds just played in a different order each time. And what I'm doing in here is I'm automating the panorama in the utility. So it goes from left to right and then from right to left. If you're on headphones, then you'll definitely hear that. Okay, that would be all for the drums. The next thing, let's focus on some white noise, because this is a really cool effect. I'll play it to you with the drums. Right, so what is this sound? This is a metal, kind of metallic type of sound. So I inserted a noise oscillator from Serum called AirCan4 and nothing else. I just cut off the low end and then I layered it with a sampled sound. I wanted it to sound exactly like Flume's kind of high-pitched sound, so I took exactly his sound and I looped it around in sampler, just like this. So this is, I just selected this area and I turned on crossfade. First it sounded like this, and when you turn on crossfade it goes more, it's not so harsh. Anyways, that's all for the white noise. Both of these sounds are layered. And then I threw some vocals in there. So I've got 4 tracks, and the first track is just some vocals from a song. The track is called Sweet Disposition by Temper Trap, it's a band, and then this is a cover by Solace. You can check it out. Anyways, this is the acapella. And this is the acapella pitched 5 semitones down. So I duplicated this track and I went into the this view and I transposed it 5 centimeters down. And I'm cutting off some of the high end here, and here cutting off nothing, and compressing the sound a bit. And then I'm throwing some reverb onto the main melody. That would be all. And it repeats 3 times here. Okay, these are the vocals, and next thing I made the lead sound from this vocal. This is a really cool thing. Flume uses that a lot, so I took so I looped this part of the vocal and I looped it around with the crossfade. And then I am using the glide function here, set to 160 milliseconds, and boosting some frequencies, compressing the sound, using some overdrive to fatten it, adding some harmonics to the sound, and then throwing some reverb on it. I added some risers, that's a simple thing. Just a reversed crash. If you're not sure how to do this, then this is how you do it, basically. I cut out this part, and then I pressed reverse, and just used fades, Command Option F to turn it on, to automate the volume. All for the risers, nothing fancy. And then I used this vocal sound, just also automating the volume with the fades. Okay, and an interesting thing I did in the second part with the synth, I duplicated this whole group. You can notice that the synth starts playing just a little bit later. That is because I set the delay of these 3 synths to 1/16, so that first the kick hits, and then the synth turns on. The MIDI notes are just a little bit longer, and yeah, there are some hi-hats playing in the also. Okay, Skype Pizza, I was just explaining how I made one of my tracks called Good Morning. And as always, see you in the next videos. Bye.